In the ancient land of Mesopotamia, where the mighty Euphrates and Tigris rivers converge, there existed a city that reached toward the heavens. A city that would, in time, become the symbol of human ambition and divine retribution. This was the city of Babylon, whose people, united by a singular goal, embarked upon a project that would challenge the very fabric of creation itself. This is the tale of the Tower of Babel, a legend woven into the cultural and religious history of the Middle East, one that transcends time and speaks to the human desire for greatness. The people of Babylon, it is said, shared a single language, a tongue that allowed them to communicate without barriers. With such unity of thought and speech, they believed nothing was beyond their reach. Their ruler, King Nimrod, was a man of immense power and vision. He dreamed of constructing a tower that would ascend into the heavens, a monument to human achievement, a symbol of the unity and greatness of his people. He envisioned a tower that would bridge the gap between earth and sky, linking mankind with the divine. The ambitious project began in earnest. Workers, craftsmen, and laborers from all walks of life were called to the task. Stone was quarried, bricks were fired, and the tower began to rise, slowly but surely, defying the natural world. It was said that the tower was to be so tall that its peak would touch the very dome of the sky. The people of Babylon worked day and night, their spirits fueled by a shared belief in their own limitless potential. But as the tower grew taller, so too did their arrogance. In their ambition to build something that would rival the gods, they began to lose sight of their place in the world. Their unity, once a source of strength, began to morph into hubris. The more they worked, the more they began to believe that they could challenge the heavens themselves. They sought to make a name for themselves, to create something that would be remembered for eternity. Their words were filled with pride, their actions laced with the belief that they were no longer bound by the laws of nature or the will of the gods. And so, in the midst of their labor, something profound and strange occurred. According to the ancient texts, the Lord looked down upon the city of Babel and saw the people's arrogance. To them, the act of building a tower that reached the heavens was an affront to the divine order. In his wrath, the Lord decided to intervene. With a single, powerful stroke, the divine power scattered the people across the face of the earth. Their shared language was no longer a unifying force, but a tool of division. As they tried to communicate, they found themselves unable to understand one another. Words became meaningless, and the workers, once united in purpose, were now fragmented by confusion and misunderstanding. The project that had begun with such hope and ambition came to an abrupt halt, and the Tower of Babel, half built and abandoned, stood as a monument to human failure. The people were scattered, each group taking its own path, settling in distant lands where they would form new civilizations, each with its own language and culture. The Tower of Babel, left unfinished and in ruin, became a symbol of humanity's attempt to transcend its own limitations. A reminder that no matter how high we reach, we are still bound by forces greater than ourselves. And so, the Tower of Babel stands as more than just a story. It is a lesson passed down through the ages. It speaks not only of the limits of human ambition, but also of the divine will that guides the course of history. It reminds us that unity, while powerful, must be tempered with humility, and that to challenge the heavens is to risk losing the very essence of what makes us human. Today, the legend of Babel continues to resonate in the hearts and minds of those who ponder the mysteries of language, culture, and human ambition. Its lessons echo through the corridors of time, reminding us that in our quest to build, to rise, and to reach beyond the stars, we must never forget the humility that comes with knowing our place in the universe. In the windswept deserts of Mesopotamia, where the ruins of ancient Babylon lie buried beneath the sands, the echoes of the Tower of Babel still linger, silent but eternal.